Is it recording already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. I'm glad to be back. Uh, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while. I know I try to be more consistent, but I feel like that just wasn't working for me. Like I feel like every time I post back to back, it's not interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was getting to him with him. Like I feel like I already have such like I be on social media enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people want to see me all the fucking time. So like, whenever I post like within space, you know, like there's like some time gap between it, then I feel like it becomes a little bit more interesting because I feel like more happens. You know?
I agree with what you're saying because I feel like I post the same way, but at the same time, if you're trying to like build a brand or something, consistency is the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Like, because you're just gonna lose retention over.
Yeah,
Like the people that liked you 2 weeks ago are gonna be like, oh fuck, he's not even posting.
Yeah.
Unlike, unfollow.
It's fucked up because I do think about that. Like, you know, I see people doing what they like to do, and you know they're consistent with it, and always post, and you know, and it's like, bro, sometimes like I don't. Like we were just talking about, like I don't want to be seen that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you're trying to do a podcast, so it's like this. It's this thing where you're like, I don't really care what people think about me, but hey, come.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Y'all could come subscribe, but don't watch it. But man,
But
why are
don't
people watching it? Fuck, it's like this weird thing.
Yeah, bro.
It's hard to balance.
That's my biggest dilemma. Like today, I almost didn't show up just for the sole purpose that like my breaks are really embarrassing right now. You know, like this like metal to metal,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fucking embarrassing for a man, bro. So I even just to and from work, bro. I have to roll my windows up. Like I don't even roll my windows down and my music loud no more. You know, I ride with my volume like at 15 now.
I used to do that. I had my brakes that needed to get fixed for like 6 months, and anytime I'd pull up to the red light, I would roll my shit all the way up and I'd turn my music as low. I wanted to hear it still, but we're not rattling the windows because they're already looking at me for my brakes. And then I finally got it fixed, and I was like, man, I could have done so many sketches with my broken brakes.
Fuck, bro,
Like,
yeah,
being
dude.
a bad Uber driver, being like a pizza delivery guy,
Bro,
pulling up to like your enemy's neighborhood.
damn.
Bad brakes.
Let them know you're there. Like, yep, that's Dylan.
Yeah, they're already ready.
Nah, well, for those people, or for those of you that don't know who I'm with today, I've been wanting to do this for a while, bro, because, you know, you're a good friend of mine, and I truly enjoy what you do. And, you know, for those who don't know, this is Dylan. You want to kind of introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Dylan Gray. I'm a gay porn star. Kevin is a huge fan of my work.
God, I'm not. I am not.
He's my number one fan.
Nah.
No, I do stand-up comedy and eat a lot of food. But that's basically all I got going on. We've been friends for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
We've been talking about doing this for a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute, bro. I feel like our schedules never aligned, and you know, it was nothing ever personal. It was just kind of like either it just didn't feel like it was right, you know. But
Yeah.
I feel like now we got a good day in Houston. You know, it's sunny. It feels hot, but at least we ain't freezing.
I went for a walk. I got sweaty. I felt bad about myself. And it's February.
And it's
Like,
the year's
alright.
just starting, huh?
Just started. It started off like a good year, though.
Huh? I can't complain. Why does it always feel like fucking January is the longest year of the month?
It's a the new president.
The year of the month, bro. It's not even month of the year. You feel me? The fucking January feels like a year, bro. Like that should be feeling like it'll never get like the end of it, bro. You know?
I just put together what you said, and I thought you were slow before the podcast because you didn't set the timer. I'm over here. Oh, it's not years in the month, huh?
Not month of the year, bro. Year of the month, bro. Cause that shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. I always like, you know, I got a trip coming up this summer, and I'm excited for it, bro. So like, I'm waiting for these months to go by, you know. And it's like I wake up one week and it's January, and then the week goes by and it's still January, and then it's like January 20th on
like
a Monday.
6 weeks.
Oh my god, bro. It's like fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying?
You get the longest year of the month followed by the shortest year of the month.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? But yeah, bro. You know, now I feel like shit's finally aligned. You know, I'm glad that we're here now and getting to do this because I feel like the first time that I actually saw you do what you do was
Gay
like
porn.
Nah, let's just clear that out the way. It was not no gay porn. It it was the time you went to go do that stand up at the Improv. um, like I always say it, bro, because it's just funny to me. That was my first like comedy show ever.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, that whole experience was like new, and like the
That's why you like me, because you don't know comedy. You're like, I'm new to this shit. You're really funny, and I feel really bad right now. Yeah,
Nah,
my first
bro.
show, man, was so
Nah,
fucking.
because even all the other shows that
Yeah.
I've gone that you've been at, like you get the same reactions, if not better. You know, and for somebody that's I don't know how long you said you've been doing this.
About 2 years.
2 years now. Okay. Yeah. See, but how long was it? How long had you been doing it since like
When you first saw me?
when I first saw you at the Improv?
Was
yeah.
that the one where it was like a showcase with a bunch of people on
Yeah,
it?
it was Houston as fuck.
Yeah, that was 6 months or 8 months.
That was
It was
you
pretty
6 or
early.
8 months into it, bro.
Yeah, it felt pretty good to do that.
That's crazy because there was a lot of fucking people in there.
Yeah, and I got some good reactions too. It felt good. Some of the people, like, I look up to some people, around,
Yeah.
and they were on that same show, and I got off stage. That was like one of the best performances I had. Because, like, if I'm doing comedy for 6 months, that means I've been doing paid shows, like making $10 or fucking 2 drinks or whatever. But that means, like, literally I've been getting paid to do it for like less than 3 months. So
Okay.
to go for, like, all right, the first 3 months I was just doing 5 minutes, and then the next 3 months I built another 5 minutes, and I got to go do shit at the Improv, and there were people there that I like really respected, and then I did well, and I got off stage, and some of those people were like, hey, good job. Like I heard that, and I acknowledge you. I'm like, oh, that acknowledgement is fucking
It
powerful,
means something. Yeah.
like, because I really respect some of these people. Like, there's some funny people in town that have been doing it a long time, and it just means a lot to like get respect from people like that. But yeah, that was 6 months in, and it feels like the last fucking 18 since then have just flown by. Like, I didn't even remember it was that long ago.
And I feel like that Improv set was actually like a big accomplishment, bro, because you used to work there too, right?
Yeah.
So like that's what makes it even crazier too, the fact that like, because I know you used to work there and you used to see, I know, several comedians go up there and, have their sets and do all these shows, and you've gotten to meet some of them, right?
Yeah.
Like the pictures you got with Theo Von and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for you, what was like the best compliment you've gotten, bro? Like from somebody that you looked up to in the comic scene. Like, what's something that, even though people tell you like, oh, bro, like good job, you did good, like this and that, but like, what's that one compliment that you just, you're like, all right, bro, from this person, I really do gotta keep doing this shit.
Man, that's hard. I would say it's hard to say something specific, like a specific quote to come to my mind. But
from who?
For me, something that was huge was Renee Vaca and them, like, watching my set. Because Renee came into the Improv while I was working at the Improv in the kitchen, and they didn't have a host for the show. So they said, you know what, you could host the first show. I was like, thank you, that's a fucking blessing.
Damn.
And his manager was standing, just on the sideline, like right there by the green room. And he watched my set. And after I got off, I went to my boss and I was like, can I ask them if I could do the second show too?
Yeah.
Because that felt fucking good, I want to fucking do it again. And she's like, well, I already had called another comedian to come do it, but go ask them. And if they say yes, you can do it. Because I'm like, I'm supposed to be working. I'm supposed to be running food and shit. And I asked the manager, and he's like, oh, bro, yeah, let me talk to Renee real quick. Opens the door. I hear him talking over in the corner, and Renee's like, how was it? And the manager vouched for me. He was like, he fucking killed it. He did really well.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, I felt good because he's a fucking manager.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's watches other people do comedy all the
Mhm.
time. And then also on top of this, it's a fucking cool ass dude. He's a great dude. His name is Miles. He's fucking sweet dude.
I think I follow him on Instagram.
Oh yeah, maybe you do. He was sweet as fuck to my mom, like so
Oh.
cool. But then I asked him. He talked to Renee, and he came back over. He's like, "You want to just stay the whole weekend?" And I was like, "Oh fuck!" Not
Oh.
only both nights, but I got to do the whole weekend. And then I did okay. You know, I did okay enough that the compliment, to answer your question, was 2 days later. They were like, "You want to come with us to San Antonio?" I was like, "Oh, okay." That's a fucking
going somewhere.
it's a fucking pretty good compliment.
Yeah.
Like, not only did I do okay enough here, but they trust me or they have faith in me, you know, to go out there and do okay as well. And they gave me another opportunity. Like, the amount of people I got to perform in front of just in those 2 weekends is like fucking makes everything else look so small, you know. Like, it was like 3,000 people each weekend in total, and then now, you know, when we go to one of the clubs around town, it'll be like 30 people and I feel good.
Yeah.
You know, like, now the amount of people in that one weekend is like more than probably total now, like in the rest of my time. So just getting that that trust put in me was a huge fucking compliment.
I feel you. Yeah, nah, that's crazy, bro. Because even before, having to go to comedy shows and shit like that, like, he was the one that I would see a lot coming up on my feed, and he had like, just like a different kind of energy when he's on the stage and shit. So like when you had that whole interaction, I was like, damn, that was crazy. Because I remember, it threw me off because I remember you posted on your story, you had his chain on,
Yeah.
and you spun that bitch,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait, I recognize that chain. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, damn, that I'm happy for you, bro. Because like I said, the first time I went, bro, it was hella people, and for me that shit was so fun. Like, I had some shrooms, bro. We smoked a bit. So we went to the Improv. It's my first time, bro. I'm like, damn, like, I'm nervous. Because I started seeing how close people sit next to you.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
Where y'all were
bro.
at too, y'all were tight.
Yeah, bro, and like right there in the front too. You know what I mean? Sort of in the front. I mean, I guess
You were like 10 feet from the stage
Yeah,
or less.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right there.
It was right there. So, and I know, bro, I enjoyed the fuck out of it, bro, because my head was banging at the end of the night, bro. Like, my head was just pounding, bro. That shit, it was hurting.
I remember hearing y'all laughing. You
Yeah.
and Kareem. I was like, I forgot that y'all had told me you were on shrooms, and then I heard y'all laugh, and I remember being on stage like, they're on fucking shrooms.
Bro,
It's
yeah,
fucking-
bro. Bro, it was so funny because, obviously, it's hard to explain to people to go to a comedy show, because some people, I guess, I explain it like it's like watching live TV,
Yeah.
And sometimes you're going to have a show that you don't like, some people are not going to make you laugh, and that's okay. But that's where, as a person, you have to be okay with not being okay, because you have to enjoy the show. This is what you paid for. You know what I'm saying? So like
keep a good foot forward kind of thing.
Yeah. And sometimes like I said, you're gonna run into somebody that you don't like on stage, but thug it out and you'll see the next person might make up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that night, bro, I was just rolling. Like, it just felt like everything was just like funny, bro. In a good way, bro. And obviously there was times where I would sit back and I'm like, I didn't feel that joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, and I at the same time I was people watching. Like I was
fucking drugs.
Yeah. I was analyzing people because I'm like,
How many cops are in this building right now? The fuck?
Hell no, I'm fucking paranoid and shit. Nah, but it was more like being able to like see, like, read people, like see how people react to comics,
Right.
Because
Yeah.
you see some people really get in their feelings, bro. Like, and I did that the last show I went to when you were at the secret group.
Yeah.
It was just so funny. Like, sometimes I wasn't even like before you got on there, I was just really studying the people, you know what I mean? Like, and I would see some people just put their head down and just like pure disappointment. It's like, you know, and then they'll say something and then they'll laugh right after.
Right.
And that shit is so funny to me because it's like, why do you genuinely get disappointed if you know that this is what you came
That's what
for?
you're here for.
You know what I mean?
You're at a club/bar at 11 o'clock at night on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
What? Y'all are talking about abortion? I just came from the abortion clinic. This is my first drink.
Oh,
since
damn,
then.
my first drink is crazy, dude. But yeah, man, I mean, it's shit like that. You know, I try to tell people it's comedies, like the comedy shows are worth it to me though. Like it takes you like some weight off your shoulder. You know, you go and laugh, and you get to, you know, I don't know, just meet new people. Like that night at the Improv, bro. Like I was saying, you know, we were laughing, bro, and like at the end of the show, there was these two girls that were like next to us, right? And she like they came up to us and they were like they shook our hand and everything. They're like, man, I'm not gonna lie, you guys made the show 10 times better, you know? And
They
it
were
was,
laughing like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it was just it was good, bro. It was good vibes. Like it doesn't feel like I don't know, you know, some people get bothered when people laugh too much, but it's like when you're at the comedy show, that's what it's for, you know.
Literally.
And like when we went to the Improv on Sunday, you know, that lady that was laughing all the way in the corner, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking funny. Like it wasn't even more like, bro, shut the fuck up, but just like keep laughing because you're making this shit funny.
Absolutely.
You know?
And it was good because nobody was like being mean to her. They were just making jokes so
Yeah.
that she would laugh again. And then it's like, oh, we're all on the same page because everybody in the room is getting to experience this lady's crazy
Yeah,
fucking laugh.
yeah. Yeah, bro. That night was fun too.
That was a good show.
I agree. Let's see. So back to like who you are, right? Like
Gay porn star.
who and what made Dylan Gray?
Lexington Steel.
You said Lexington Steel?
You know who I'm talking about.
I don't.
Yeah, you do. You
No,
know.
I don't. I really
Show him
don't
a picture.
know.
He's got it in his favorites.
You got it. Let me find out, Josh. You got him in your favorite.
What's the question? Lexington Steel?
Yeah, who is that?
Big old dick.
Nah.
Big old dick. What was the question?
Who is Lexington Steel?
No, but for the actual
Before
question.
that, I'm still trying to figure that out, bro. 'Cause I
Bro,
really
you
don't know who that is.
You gotta Google it, bro.
Nah,
It's gonna
okay,
be worth
so-
it. You gotta show your ID in the state of Texas to find out now.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm good.
I throw a picture on and edit.
Oh, fuck.
Edit Kevin's face over his dick.
Fuck. No, but the question was who and what made Dylan Gray? Like, what was your childhood like, bro? Like, what was your upbringing? Cause I know, like, I know you as a person, but I know who you are now. You know,
Yeah, I
like,
feel that.
who made you who you are, bro?
In general, I would say both of my parents are very funny. My mom is very, very funny, in my opinion. But they split up when I was pretty young. And I went and got to live with my aunt for a while and her husband. I'm probably like 4 years old. And then I went and lived with my grandparents, who are pretty funny also. But they're like real Southern old people, you know? So it's like they have beliefs that my mom didn't have. So there'd be button heads and stuff, which, you know, conflict in the household, if you look back on it, can be hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of that shit. And then my parents wound up getting back together and moving back home, which showed me how to handle relationships with women is you just accept everything that they do to you no matter what, have no backbone. And
Pretty much have a miserable life.
you have a miserable life, and you will succeed. One day you could have children that don't love you or respect you too.
Fuck.
Just fucking. No, but yeah, my parents are both very funny. They split up. That was crazy trauma, whatever bullshit. Being like raised by a single mom for a long time, and then we got everybody back together, and my brothers start being around. They're like 10 years older than me, so having older brothers who are showing you all the crazy shit on the internet, because it's like 2008, so everything on the internet, you know, 2 girls 1 cup, whatever.
Damn.
I'm getting all here's your own Playboy when I'm like 9 years old. I'm like, all right. Kim Kardashian was in Playboy like a few years after that, I think.
Damn.
That was pretty cool. She had a bush.
She had a bush. I just caught that.
Sometimes
It's still vividly in your head.
I would open the pages and they'd be stuck together. So I'm like, I thought you gifted me a brand new Playboy.
That's sick.
It just made it much worse for me. I don't think I want to continue looking at this
That's
Playboy.
actually nasty. It's just sticking together like fuck.
But my mom though, like growing up, when we would come back and forth for the divorce, whatever you call it, meetings. Here you go for 2 days. She would play like George Lopez CDs in the car and shit like that.
You said George Lopez CDs?
Yeah, so there'd be like stand-up comedy CDs in the
Oh
car.
shit!
When I was like probably.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it used to be albums. Like used to before, like a lot of people even they would do specials on TV and stuff too, or like HBO. But you can get CDs for so many
But
fucking
like,
people.
so like, would the CD be like an actual stand-up set, or would it
Yeah.
just?
Yeah, like the Netflix special.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
just a live
not
recording of the
obviously
audio.
recorded and shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Eddie,
Okay.
Eddie Murphy's like when Eddie Murphy says like one of the most famous CDs of all time. Like I think it's Dangerous One or whatever it was called.
And Richard Pryor had like vinyls, like
Damn, I'm gonna have to check that out. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's
yeah.
dope.
So it's shit like that. So she'd be playing CDs in the car. That shit would, because obviously she's going through a hard time and whatever, you know, being divorced. So that I feel like kind of stuck in my head where it's like, oh, you're going through a hard time. You can turn to laughing or you know trying to make other people laugh. So I remember it's
Some
like
sort of therapy.
yeah, right. Like I remember that felt like it was important to my mom. And then we like growing up when we were living at my grandparents, we'd watch like Gabriel Iglesias on the TV. He was on like Comedy Central, or like Jeff Dunham, shit like that. So me and my mom were watching comedy together for a while before I even had a clue about like, oh, I fucking love this shit. You know,
Mhm.
when I was growing up, I wanted to like write books, like fantasy books and shit.
Oh shit.
And like I had teachers in school that would like push me to be a better writer because they saw I actually gave a shit about one thing. And then now I look back on it, I'm like, oh, I wish I took that shit more seriously because like I gotta be a better writer now. Fuck.
For real.
But I don't know. It's accumulation. What made me who I am today? I guess you know, accumulation of my mom giving a shit and me seeing that making people laugh could make them feel a little bit better. You know, because it's like you know, you go through life. The people that are close to you, see them hurting. Like
Yeah.
you don't see everybody hurting, but you see the people close to you hurting.
Facts, especially on a day-to-day basis kind of thing.
Absolutely. And so it's like when it's just me and my mom and I'm like, oh, I don't have any sense of like a human relationship besides this one. Like you just pick up on that shit. So you start seeing, oh shit, my mom's not sad today. We're watching fucking Gabriel Iglesias for the third time. All right, let me pay attention to Gabriel. Like, and it's funny too because like back then Gabriel had a young son or like stepson that was like my age. So it'd be so fun like doing the shit with my mom being like, oh, I'm like your little Frankie or whatever. Like,
I remember him telling a lot of stories about his like stepson and shit
Mhm.
like that. It's yeah. I haven't seen any of his comics or his sets like recently, but yeah.
he just put one out on Netflix like beginning of the year. I got to see him live at Improv like last year, I think. He did
Mhm.
like 3 hours.
Damn.
It's fucking
But
impressive.
it was like one day or was it like several days?
I want to say he did 2 days in a row.
Okay.
And
3 hours.
yeah, like no, like 2 shows each night. Each show 3 hours.
Jeez.
So 6 hours a night. And
Fuck.
it's like, you know, people kind of will get antsy and waiting for the show and stuff because they expect it to be at a different time. But when you tell them, hey, he did 3 hours for this show, that means he's going to do 3 hours for your show too. They don't feel so angry, you know, because they're like, oh, we're getting what we paid for. Like
Yeah.
Gabriel's doing 3 hours. You also have the hour before that of the other people.
Oh,
So you're
shit.
getting a fucking crazy show.
That's a long ass show.
It is a long show, but it's one of those things like I feel like Gabriel is like of a tier, like he's like platinum tier, you
Mhm.
know, like there's only like whatever 10, 20 people where it's like, oh, for Dave Chappelle, I would sit in the seat for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, for Gabriel, I would sit in the seat for 3 hours. There's not a lot of those people I would do that
Yeah,
for.
no.
It would get old for a lot of people. I wouldn't even be interested. But
And-
I feel like Gabriel's been doing the shit so long. He had a lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's what I was just about to ask. Like, it's so crazy to me how, like, some people, you know, like you said, they'll have shows back to back, you know, on, like, 2 days and shit like that. And I always wonder, because, you know, some people, they might want to see it again, you know, thinking that they're going to get a different kind of set.
Unprofessional. 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 Gay porn star.
But nah, so like I was saying. So yeah, I feel like people expect a different show, you know, and so like it's hard for somebody to be able to do back to back shows and still bring in the same amount of people that would want to sit through that show, you know, because you might have somebody that buys tickets for both days. You feel me?
That definitely does happen. I don't know. I'm sure there are some people that expect a different show. Like working at the club, you get people asking that stuff all the time. Like working at a restaurant or whatever. What kind of drink is it? You know what? It's just one of the things that comes with it is people come in and sometimes it's their first time, so they ask you questions.
Mm-hmm.
But most people aren't. If they're buying 2 days worth of tickets, it's because they really love somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not even gonna trip if it's not a completely different show. But a lot of people these days are like incorporating crowd work into their shows.
So it makes it a little bit different.
It makes every show a little bit different. Like if they're supposed to perform an hour, say like 45 minutes of it is usually the written material that they're working on and improving, and then there's probably 10 or 15 minutes where they're doing crowd work and shit like that, where it's gonna be a little bit different for everybody every show.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I think the performers that are doing it consistently, it's like going to the gym where it's just like, all right, now I'm just lifting a little bit more this week. Like they get better and better and better at it, and I'm sure they get worn down a little bit. Like I never did anything near like that stuff with Renee where it's sold out show Friday, sold out show late Friday. We did 3 on Saturday, and then sold out shows on Saturday, and then either 1 or 2 on Sunday. So it's like you're starting Saturday. We started doing comedy at like 4:00 in the afternoon.
And then it ends at what time?
The last show probably ended at like 11 or 11:30. So it's like 8 hours of shows, which is like I felt like undeservedly tired from the weekend, you know, because it's like in my brain I'm like, oh, I didn't really do that much, but I was up late as fuck. I barely was sleeping. I was just so fucking excited for everything. Like, I was just like, oh my god. I go home and just think about it. I'd be like, oh my god, so
Like a little ass kid.
so fucking good. It's like, I'm living my dream. Somebody respects me.
Somebody respects me.
But like that, I can't imagine doing that for like a year straight. You know, of every weekend. It's 8 sold out shows, but it feels like to me you have to work your body up to getting used to that. Then you have to take advantage of it because everybody's light is not going to shine bright forever. You know, like if you're selling out 8 sold out shows, you better keep adding those shows. You know, like okay, Texas loves me. I'm going to keep adding shows because you see like Andrew Schultz or whoever, Bill Burr, people are adding shows constantly. Even if they're selling out in a second, they'll still add another show because it's like everyone knows it could go away at any moment. Yeah. And a lot of these people have families, so it's like, let me work hard for my family. You know, like it's exhausting, I'm sure, but it's like working in the oil field is fucking worth it at the end of the day. You know.
Yeah, you're getting paid stupid.
Yeah.
You know. Nah, yeah, bro. I mean, I feel like it for me, bro. Being a comic would be hard.
Yeah, it's hard for me.
I think about, like I even told you about. I think about it and I'm like, cause you know, one thing I hate is when people say they're funny and they're not funny. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm like situationally funny. You know, like I can be funny in situations, but I'm not consistent. Like in my opinion, you know, like I can make people laugh, but like it's not like me like. Oh, I gotta make these people laugh. Like they'll just laugh at me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the joke to them.
You're working too hard.
Yeah.
Kevin's
but like
making a lot of effort today.
Yeah. But you know, like being like having to try to make people laugh all the time just seems like a hard job.
Yeah.
You know? But some people are just naturally good at it though. That's
true.
the thing.
There's some people, and that's the thing, like everybody's different. There's people who are just on stage, they're fucking murderers, and anybody that they interact with, oh my god, he's so good on stage, whatever. He can respond to anybody in the crowd. But in person, maybe they just don't like talking to people. Like, maybe they're not necessarily going to be conversationally funny because they're not in a lot of conversations to make jokes. And, you know, like, I don't know. I just feel like everybody's kind of different. There's some people that are just always on, and people expect them to always be on because it's like that's how they present. You know, people that do podcasts and they're super animated and excited, a lot of it is because they're smart and they know how to work the algorithm and work the system. And it's like, oh, if I present this way, it helps capture people's attention a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's good for the show, but then if you meet them outside, they're like, they're how I am, you know, like they're just quiet and they're to themselves, and they would prefer maybe to not have to behave that way all the time.
Yeah.
But then there's some people who are like, no, I'm that way all the time. It's just
Yeah, bro, and that's where I feel like, to me, podcasting becomes hard too, because I don't come on here with a lot of enthusiasm and energy. You know what I mean? Like, I just like to keep it cool and like have a conversation and, you know, whatever. And I just never want, like, ever since I started doing this, bro, I never wanted to come on here, and that's why like intros for me have always been so hard, because I don't come in here like, oh man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, yo, like, I'm just trying to record, you know, have some cool shit, have the people I'm with have a good time, you know. And because if I come on here acting crazy like that, you know, not to say crazy in a bad way, but like you come on here with crazy energy, like I'm not like that in person, you know. Like, I don't come off like, yo, I want the attention on me. You know what I'm saying?
You're not trying to represent yourself as something you're not.
Exactly, because then if they see me as something that I'm doing on here, you know, they expect me to be like that all the time.
Yeah.
And that's not me, you know? And you're going to be disappointed, like, if you expect me to be, like, all hyped and energy on here, but then when you meet me and I'm dull and shit and just, like, you know, straight to the point or whatever, like, now you're going to think I'm an asshole, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to think I don't want to interact with you.
Yeah, like, oh, he doesn't like me because he's acting how he would act with anybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I try to keep it as genuine as possible on here, whether, you know, 10 people a day like me or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want people to enjoy this for what it is and for who I am, and not for who they think I'm trying to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a Dolphins fan.
I am, but aren't you a Broncos fan?
Yeah, I had a good year this year.
Eh,
It's the first
I
one in
can't
quite a
fight
while.
that. I can't fight that.
Quite a while.
Hey, but Bo Nix was looking nice.
Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain. Runner-up, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Bo Nix.
Who was y'all's running back this year?
We had three.
Damn.
Javonte Williams, Audric Estime, and Jaleel McLaughlin. And they had, like, one of them is better at receiving. One of them is like a bruiser.
Oh, so they just all play different roles. Cool. Yeah, bro. I think the Dolphins, we sold out this year, bro. And not in a good way. Huh?
Who y'all got tomorrow?
Oh, Super Bowl.
Since, you know, that's so important. It's gotta be on the podcast.
Right.
Gotta talk about it.
Somebody was talking the other day about how they were hearing Eagles players have the flu. I didn't Google it, but
I
it's
believe
true.
it. The flu is going around.
If they got the flu and it's how it is right now where it's bad,
You say it's true?
Yeah, there has been some.
Oh, like rumors around?
Yeah.
I'm going Chiefs, but I feel like
The
if
fuck?
they're healthy, that the Eagles will win.
Look,
The Eagles did
man.
just activate. They literally just activated one of their best defensive players from the IR, like just now.
I don't like either teams.
No, I hate both of them.
I hate both of them, bro.
I like Saquon.
No, but let me get to explaining why I dislike both teams. One thing about me when it comes to sports, bro, I'm not a person that like I'm just centrally focused on my team. Like, I acknowledge that the Dolphins suck for a while, you know what I mean? So like I'm not a hater, bro. Like, I enjoy the game, you know? So when it comes to like the Eagles, bro, Saquon is a dog, bro. That I didn't even know he was offensive player of the year, but
They
what-
should have been MVP.
and, yeah,
Or
and
Lamar.
Lamar, yeah, but you know, like I was on the PlayStation party, and I was talking to a homeboy. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, it wasn't on the PlayStation, it was on the phone.
Gay.
Yeah, it's not gay if you're on PlayStation.
Talking,
Damn,
talking to your male friend on the phone.
you're a man, friend.
Like I didn't just call you when I pulled up.
Nah, yeah, bro. And I told him, like, you know, Saquon should get Offensive Player of the Year, and he was like, he did. I'm like, oh shit, well, good, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like the fact that like Jalen Hurts, bro, is like considered one of the best quarterbacks just because he has touchdowns. Because they're not exciting.
I don't.
Most of his touchdowns are push touchdowns, bro, and I do not respect that shit. Like,
I don't know. I don't think he's like the most talented, but I don't think he's overrated. Really, the thing is it's hard because he has two nightmare like
Demon
star
Yeah.
receivers, and then now you have Saquon too. It's like it's hard to say. You could say, "Oh my God, if you gave Drew Brees this offense, then he'd be the GOAT." Like, yeah, that's fucking Drew Brees though. Like, there's only you can compare him to the top tier of the top tier, but you can't say he's not like gold.
No,
status.
no, I'm not
Like,
saying I'm
it's
not
like-
saying he's not a great player.
Yeah.
You know, but I just genuinely hate that brotherly push shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that shit because it takes the fun away from the game. You know, like yeah, you secure wins. That's what they do. You know, but as a fan, like it just rubs me the wrong way. Because if I was on the team, touch push all day, bro. We
Yeah.
getting that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All day, we getting that. You can't stop it. Oh well, you know. Cause that's how I be on Madden. You know, when
Yeah.
you get the same play and they can't stop it,
I got to.
and then they get on the microphone like, bro, you always doing the same fucking. Well, you can't fucking
Stop it.
Yeah, you,
Stop me.
yeah, you can't stop it. But that's the only thing. But nah, the Eagles got a solid team though. Jalen Hurts, I give him his flowers. You know, Saquon's the dog. They got AJ Brown. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got a team. But I just hope that they give a good game and they don't do that touch push shit for real.
Yeah,
And then the
Taylor
Chiefs, I
Swift.
just hate the Chiefs because just fuck them, bro. They sold their soul to the devil.
They got a lot of factors on their side.
They got voodoo referees, Taylor Swift,
They got Donald Trump over there.
Donald Trump,
Fuck.
Travis Kelsey dating show, Andy Reid probably making human sacrifices.
Dude, I don't doubt it.
He sacrificed his son's career. Y'all don't know about that?
I know about it.
What?
Talk about
What you mean? What happened?
His son may or may not have allegedly been drinking some alcohol before driving a car, and I believe he killed people.
Let's just say don't be out in KC on Halloween around Andy Reid's house.
Damn.
Yeah, and then he went to jail. Pretty sure he went to jail.
His son?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just got out. I'm not sure. Like he got out either last year or like he's getting out this year.
It's just
Oh,
crazy.
yeah,
that
they
you
ain't
get to
finna win
kill
the Super
people.
Bowl this
It's
year.
all you have to do when you kill people is be drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Be drunk.
What'd you say?
to be rich.
I guess both work.
Yeah,
You know?
right. If you're drunk, you could just murder people, and they're like, "Oh, he's under the legal alcohol limit."
Just
It's
don't
gonna
do it
be-
again.
Yeah. What a drive. Whatever. People just get to die and then get out of jail because you drunk drove. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I think that shit is so fucked up. Like, you know how like not to get fucking what is the word morbid, but like
Morbidly obese.
not that. Like just more like you know. I find it fucked up that like usually you know in drunk driving situations like it's always the people that are not drunk that die.
Yeah.
That just happened up by where I'm staying. There was a wreck, literally 3 a.m. Somebody's driving the wrong way on the highway. They were driving the wrong way on 45.
Dude, I think I read about that.
it just happened like this week, and they killed like 3 people, and the drunk person didn't die.
Dude, I just that's how you know the devil word is real, bro. Cause
They be coming out with like no scratch.
yes, bro. Like, bro, you know, one thing would be like, oh, he's in a coma. You know, like fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? But like, they just be okay, bro. Like straight to jail, just drunk, wake up hungover. That's probably the worst of it. And then you go get trialed.
Imagine if you were there at the scene, you saw it happen. You know how people like hop out of the car and to like go try to help people and stuff, and you go see like, oh, this dude just killed people, and so you drag out the drunk person from their car, and you just start beating the fuck out of them. Like, this has happened from the wreck.
Yeah.
It happened from the wreck, officer. It's not because I wanted to do my civic duty and
Be
take
a good
matters into my own
Samaritan.
hand. I'm trying to fight the devil here.
Yeah, bro, that shit be throwing me off, bro. I'm like, why the fuck that should be happening? But you know, that's just life, I guess. Let's see. What's some lifetime goals that you have in the whole comedy scene, bro? Like,
Lifetime goals, like long distance in the future goals.
yeah. Like, what's something that you want to get to in the comic scene? Is that something that you see yourself doing for a long time? Like per se, like, you know, like typically it's a lot of people that do comedy stand-ups and they end up being, you know, like finding a longevity career and like acting, just shit like that. Like, would you see yourself doing something like that, or do you see yourself like just getting to where you always wanted to be, and then just venturing off like a different chapter from there?
Um, Long term, the goal and how I see it going is a slow roll, like a snowball, you know?
Yeah.
Just like every month getting a little bigger, getting a little stronger. It's probably going to take a while before anything matters in my career, you know? Like I told you earlier, I made $40 the first 6 months I did jokes, whatever, and like now I've made more money, but I don't consistently make fucking good money.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
You know, it's just this is you have to invest money into this shit. You're not making money. You're spending a lot of money doing this shit.
Especially when it comes to like traveling and stuff
Absolutely,
like that. Yeah.
And it's being early on where I'm at. It's like this is just how it goes. You know, it's not a complaint. I know this. Like my credit score has gone down since I started doing comedy. You know, like I have to use funds that I don't have. I have to wind up negative on months that I didn't used to wind up negative to try to go do shit. And lately, that's made it harder for me. I've been doing it less because I've been stressed financially. But I see this year being like a breakout year, kind of like the first couple years I was getting stronger, and I felt like I was telling you before, I got some respect from some people that I care about in the scene. And it feels like this year, by the end of the year, my goal is to be acknowledged by most of the scene, you know, acknowledged at least, you know, not everybody's favorite person or comedian, but like, you know what, that dude's got
Like
some good
at least
shit.
be seen.
Yeah, and then from there, I just want that to happen on a broader scale. You know, like this year, my goal is to be acknowledged in Houston, and then every year from that, just expand it out like 40 miles.
Have you
I
ever
wanna be acknowledged everywhere else?
I feel you, yeah. No, yeah. Have you ever been like recognized by anybody, like just been to your shows and just see you out or something like that? Or like if, you know, I don't know, maybe somebody's that seen you at the Improv working or something, you know?
Yeah, that's I've seen some. I can't remember who the fuck it was. I saw somebody that had seen me at Secret Group at like HEB,
Mm-hmm.
which is it's not like it's super far away or whatever, but it's kind of weird being like, oh, cool, you're regular people too. You got a grocery shop, but like people from Improv, or if I go to Secret Group or something like that, I don't know, early on, if I would go to a Secret Group, not a lot of people, people would sometimes would be like, oh yeah, I've seen you over at the
Oh,
Improv
dope.
before, because they're
Yeah.
people who like comedy, so
Mhm.
they just happen to be going other places. But no, nothing. Besides the gay porn, I don't get a lot of acknowledgement.
You don't get a lot of like recognition.
Hey, you're the guy with the.
uh,
If you had to guess, what would my feature be? Because you know, if you're a porn star, you're gonna have a weird feature. I have a giant thumb.
the guy with just giant thumb.
Yeah.
That's your porn name, giant thumb.
Giant thumb.
That's fucking terrible.
I would
bro.
imagine that would be a lady, and her clitoris is a big old thumb. All right, cut that part. Cut that part out. Suck on it.
Fucking
Suck
shit.
on mommy's thumb.
Mommy's thumb is fucking crazy as hell. Damn, I didn't even want to picture that.
Do it.
Do it. Nah, let's see. What else? What else did I have for you? Shit.
10 minutes left before it's done.
I mean,
Unless you're done.
You're like my girlfriend, man. I don't have 10 more minutes in me.
I
don't have 10 more
I
seconds.
feel like we've gone pretty much over everything. You know,
Oh, yeah.
just your career and what you're doing. You know, your upbringing. Besides that, is there anything you want, you know, people to know about you? Like with anything, you know, where they can follow you, shit like that. You know, maybe they want to go see you. Who knows?
I don't do gay porn. But if I did, what would my feature be?
Leave comments.
Yeah, leave comments.
Below.
What would my unique gay porn feature be? No, I don't have anything to say. I'm trying to lose weight, so next time you see me, I'm gonna look just like this. Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna be the exact same
the same way,
I'm gonna
if
be-
not worse. Fuck.
I'm gonna be sweatier next time you see me.
Nah, I feel like I appreciate you coming out, bro. I know it's a little out the way. I mean, it's we know it's a drive either way, even for myself. But I appreciate you taking the time to come out. I know maybe you could have been given the old comic a ride around town.
Oh,
you know,
I could have been busy. But I
getting
was,
lunch or breakfast.
yeah, that was scary, man.
You
You gotta cut that. Cut that part out. My name is Dylan Gray, and you can find me online at DYLANGRAY every day. Dylan Gray every day.
You said DUI?
Yeah. Man, somebody told me I need to change my name.
Is it DUI?
People can't spell, bro. I even put in my bio, I put not DILL. Oh, how would you spell it? That way? DILL?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. My first thought is DY.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody
my
respects me.
Mexican, I guess.
Somebody respects me.
I spelled DYLAN.
Why did you question it?
Cause I'm dyslexic,
I'm
bro.
dyslexic. English is my first language. Wait, fuck.
You know, English was my second language.
I was teasing.
Yeah. So follow my dog.
I know.
You know,
English
follow
is
my-
my second language. All right, that's it.
Yeah, cut that.
Fucking racist, bro.
We had enough.
Dude,
you
I
know.
support the people.
Nah, man, but I'm hoping that, as a friend, shit gets a lot more consistent for you, bro. I know I tell you all the time, bro. Like, I'm proud of the shit that you do, bro. Even if it's going, goddamn, your fingers still in place.
Heartfelt, bro. It's gonna be.
Fuck.
I was starting to get teary eyed.
But nah, yeah, man. I mean, I just hope that things get, more consistent for you, bro. You do a lot better. You start taking more trips and doing more shows out of state. That'd be pretty dope to see. But I know I always fucking text you every time you do a show and just, ask you how it's gonna go or, how it went. And, even before text you, how you feeling and shit like that. Cause I do care for you,
Yeah,
bro.
I do appreciate that.
But yeah, bro, I just hope that, you have a lot of prosperity this year with the shit that you do, bro. And hopefully next time we get back on this shit, have you back on here, then we have a lot more,
More shit
a
to
lot
talk
more
about.
experiences. Not saying today wasn't enough, but
Okay.
like I said, this is just the beginning, at least just for both of us too, bro. So, like I said, I appreciate you coming out and shit.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, bro. You have anything to say?
Bye.